Hey y'all, it is 6 in the morning. It's getting late. We better get going with our coffee. Cheers. It's usually like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning when I do a coffee chat. We'll see how unedited this is going to go. I thought I'd get a little dressed up, show a little shoulder, put a little makeup on, even got my opera neck gaiter on. Thanks, Kathy. Okay, so today I want to talk about, I'm going to start the goal thing, okay? We got goals. Do we got goals? You got goals? Well, I got goals. It doesn't matter how old you are. Here's something I thought about. It doesn't matter how old we are. A lot of us are over 65. We're retired. Some of us not, but you better have goals. It doesn't matter your age. And another thing I thought about, I hear people in their 50s and they're talking about, well, I'm just an old man or I'm just an old woman, and it makes me kind of like chuckle, okay, because I'm 70, and I mean, even the 80-year-olds are thinking, boy, 70, wish I was 70 again, or 90-year-olds, boy, wouldn't it be great to be 70 again, or even 80. Well, when I hear people in their 50s say things like, well, I'm old now, and they do. And you know what? I remember doing that. At around 50, it started around 50, 55. And I'm thinking, I think what happens is psychological. We think, well, I'm a half-century old. I demand respect. And I made it this far. And so we start putting an oldness on us. And I think it's out of to say, well, I want respect. I've made it a half century. But it does make me laugh, because when you get older, even older, and you start retiring at 65, well, that's what, some people retire at 62 or even younger. But I mean, I think the main age for retirement is 65 in the United States, okay, in the USA. And because I know I've got viewers all over the world. Well, and then you reach 70. When I reach 70, I'm like, well, I'm 70 years young. I'm not old. We start going the opposite way. Well, I'm not old. I'm 70. That's nothing. Okay, so I just wanted to mention that it's really, anybody read the book? The book Passages, and they talk about each decade has a different passage, a different feel, a different vibe, a different wants and needs. And it seems to be, over the studies, it seems to be kind of a universal thing, that each decade brings on a new feeling, we start looking at our lives differently. There's a new paradigm shift. I think that's maybe what I'm going for with each decade. I remember watching an Oprah way back when I did watch Oprah. I don't so much anymore. Let me get a sip here. And Maya Angelou, she was interviewing Maya Angelou, and I think Oprah had just reached her 60s maybe. And Maya Angelou had mentioned, wait till you reach 70. She goes, it's awesome. It's just awesome. I do find it awesome, reaching 70. I really do. Well, do I have goals? You betcha, baby. I got goals. I got a lot of goals. And I want to talk about reaching those goals, whatever yours may be. So really the main issue might be, what are your goals? Do you have a goal? Do you need to redefine your goals in the next, let's just go with the next year, but let's do maybe a 5-year, but let's bite our goals down. Let's chop them down into little bites. And so I want you to go get a notebook for this year and just label it 2024. Well, it's still 2023, but we're marching. We got 2 more days, and that's it. Today and tomorrow, and that's it for this year. So let's already start thinking in 2024, okay? Let's wrap this up. I did get, oh my gosh, I'm not going to give you the details, but I had so much to do on recording all of my business expenses, everything, and getting my accounting in order, right? Income, expenses, things like that. Well, I looked on my app that does that. I use QuickBooks, and I looked at, there was this feature, and I thought, let me just say this about that. It was going to take me probably 3 days to record everything. In 1 hour, I had it done. I did. I had it all done. It was, so I feel free. I mean, a monkey has been lifted off my shoulders. Maybe that's why he ripped some holes in my shoulders here. He's been there so long. And I got him off, and he took a piece of my material. Okay, that was random. Okay, so I feel free, and I'm really ready for 2024. I really am. So I want you to get a notebook, and I want you to write down, what do you want? I think that's the question. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? I mean, our lives are just, every day is passing before us. Every day. You're never going to get it back. And it's so funny, isn't it? I mean, when you think about it, being here right now, you're listening to me right this second. You're watching me, you're listening to me. And other people that aren't watching, they're doing something, and they're doing it, and they're never going to get it back, ever. So you're like thinking, okay, I'm here now. First I'm here, then I'm going to be there. I was there, but now, and in the future, I'm going to be over here. But right now, I'm here. And you're never going to get that back. And so I've mentioned this before. I don't even think, in the scheme of things, that time is real. I think time was created for humans so that they can block things out. Block them, not just block them out, but block, like make blocks out of things. Okay. That way we know we got the day, we got the night, we got, things keep passing. But I don't even think time is real. I think it's an illusion. I think we're in the Matrix, everybody. Yeah. Okay, so what do you want? Think about what you want. What time you have left. What do you want? There you go. It could be a bunch of different things, but what I want you to do is, after you write some down, you say, that's what I want. I want you to pick it. Here's something that I want you to remember. And I'm going to talk about these things even coming down the road, and I'm going to pick each one individually. This is going to be like an overall. But I want everybody to remember, we know this, but let's bring it forefront. Our subconscious mind controls, oh my gosh, it probably controls like 75% of our lives. Our subconscious mind, things that are going on under the surface. Like our lives are like that little iceberg that sticks up, but all the huge iceberg is down below that we can't see. I mean, unless we dive down. We can see it, but we got to dive down to see it, right? I mean, because it's underwater. That was a pretty good analogy. I just thought that one up. That you do have to dive down. And we can change our subconscious mind. We can change it. But it takes a lot of work. It takes meditation, visualization. So what we kind of need to do is when we are thinking about a goal, should I come up with something like, I know I always use lose weight, because that's one of those things that people always have. Well, let's use it. Well, maybe I should be more creative and use something else. Well, let's just use that, because it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so you want to lose weight. You want to lose weight. There's so much in our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind, if you're overweight, your subconscious mind has already trained you to be overweight, because you see yourself as being overweight, because you are overweight, and that's what you see. When you look in the mirror, that's what you see. And so your mind is already clicked into that you are overweight, and now your subconscious mind is going to move you in that direction. You're going to be hungry, probably for the wrong kind of foods. You know, you're going to eat enough calories to keep that because you've already told yourself, I am overweight. So your body's going to like direct you in that direction. So the subconscious mind has to be retrained to think, I am fit and trim. I don't like to say slim. I'm a little person. I'm slim. That is a relative term because that's going to be different for everybody. But I am basically, I would like to use the term, I am fit and trim. Fit means you're fit. You know, you got muscles, you have strength, you have some energy. You're fit. Fit for your body type, because we're all a little different. We're the same, but we're a little different. But fit and trim. You're trim. You've trimmed down. You trimmed down to where you should be. Fit means you have muscles, and trim means that you've trimmed off the fat, the excess fat. We still need a little bit of fat, right? But especially us girls. I mean, we're kind of, our DNA is sort of, you know, our chromosomes lead us in that direction. I think women do have a little, I don't know the percentage, but we tend to have a little bit more percentage of fat. And that's okay, obviously. I mean, younger girls, if they get so much of their fat gone and they actually stop, producing periods every month. Yeah. It's probably not overly healthy for women to do that, but I'm not a doctor. But I do know that fit and trim seems, so I'm going to use those terms. You're fit and you're trim. Okay. So you've got to train your subconscious mind for that. So you can't say, I want to be fit and trim. You actually have to say, I am fit and trim. You have to be in the now, because there's where you're telling your body. So when you say, I want to be, you're still telling your subconscious mind, I'm still fat, or I'm still overweight, or I'm still out of shape. Let's use that. I'm out of shape. Because if you are bigger, you're out of shape. Even if you're like, let's say you're anorexic, God forbid. I don't mean to make light of that, because that's very serious. But even if you're anorexic, or you're too thin, or you have no muscle, you're out of shape. You don't have the right shape for a human being that should be your shape. We need muscles. So you can be too thin or you can be too big. But you're basically, so let's use out of shape and fit and trim, okay? We'll use those two. So you can't say, because if you say, I want to be fit and trim. I want to be, or I'm going to be. You're still telling that subconscious mind, it knows. You can't fool it. I mean, you can't say things like that and think that it's going to know what you mean. Words matter. Words always matter. People say, oh, you know, sticks and stones can break my bones, so words can never hurt me. BS. Words hurt. And we have to remember that when we're speaking to our loved ones and we're, calling names, being disrespectful, words hurt. Okay, so words hurt us too. Our words hurt us. So you have to say, I guess, let me get back on course there. You have to say, I am. It has to be in the present. I am. And if you do that over and over and over and over, your subconscious mind will get in line. And then your body will get in line, because it's really connected, right? So yeah, I mean, it's all there. I want to bring back up my Nomad vision boards. I haven't talked about this in a while. And I did get this idea from somebody else. This isn't just my creation, but I thought it was so great, I wanted to bring it to you, okay? And in the front, they're cards. And in the front, I put, good things are coming my way. I want you to say that starting this year, starting today. When you wake up, I want you to look in the mirror. My mirror is right there. I have a mirror right there. I bought it even when I was not even a nomad, but I was kind of a prepper. I bought this, I think it's Coghlan's or something like that. But I have a mirror right there, and it's there. I kept on my minivan, I kept my, the third row seat, no, this would be the second row seat, strap. I know, I'm using so many words here, but the seatbelt. And I left this on here. And what I did was I actually cut a hole in the top and I clicked it in. So I have a mirror right there. So when I wake up and when I start pulling my bed, getting my bed rolled up, I kind of look over here and it's right there and I just go high five. And high five means you're doing good. Good job, you know. High five, and then I actually point. I said, good things are coming your way. Good things are coming my way is what I say. Good things are coming my way. And I smile at myself. I mean, that's got to be a good beginning, right? That's a good beginning of your day. Well, so here I wrote, and then I put the time machine. I don't know. Remember the time machine? And I put good things are coming my way. And then I've got things on here. They are, the first one, it says, I am reading this and it shows I care. Yeah. And then my highest goal, and I wrote it down. 3 main gifts. And I put things down. And then I have received, okay, and I put something down. I'll be a little more specific. I just want to give you an overall of what we're going to be talking about because I really do want to motivate everybody to reach their highest points. I really do. It's important. Some of us can get pretty lazy, don't you think? Yeah, you can get all pretty lazy sometimes. I do too at times. Some more than others. You know, if you're not going to work towards something, what are you here for? Seriously, why are we here? Just to sit and watch a movie? You know, every once in a while? And no, we're here for, we need to start thinking about being our best selves, living our best life. So that's what I'm here for. There are other things I'm getting kind of like late on my time there. But I also want to talk about, I talked about being in the present tense. Yes, you want to be in the present tense. You want to think in terms of not I'm going to or I was, but you are now. I am. I have. Like, I don't want that. I have that. What you hold in your head, you hold in your hand. It just works that way. Napoleon Hill. I mean, we all remember him and we remember the Carnegie. We remember those things. Well, we're now almost like 100 years later, and I think we've got things kind of like tightened up. Not all people have things tightened up, but there are some of us who do. They used to call it an enlightenment. Some people are more enlightened than others. Well, now the term is almost like living and dealing in a higher frequency. There's people who are living in a higher frequency. There are some still living on a lower frequency, more guttural, more violent thoughts, more in violence. And they're just not thinking in higher terms. And they're just kind of lazy. But there are, I mentioning the time machine, yeah. The Morlocks were down there. They were they were very low frequency, weren't they? Oh my gosh. And then you had the Eloys outside. They were kind of like naive, weren't they? So but that is a good, working a higher frequency and a lower frequency. Well, there's a lot of a new thing coming. And, you know, I attribute it to, the higher power, my higher power. Yes. But so I want you to speak in present tense, not lower 10s. And there's other things I'm going to remember. I talked about this, looking to the lighter side. Don't look to the dark side. If you have a problem, don't just focus on the darker side of it. In order to get our subconscious mind in line, we need to work on the lighter side. And that is like being out of shape, or you're going to focus on the fit and trim. If it's something if that's your goal, you want to focus on the lighter side, okay? And then we're going to be talking about making a plan, visioning what we want, and then breaking those goals up just a little bit. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. And I think New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I might put out 2 a day. Just to, like, I'll be alone. I'm going to be alone. You're probably going to be alone just like on Christmas. So we're going to start the year off kind of together, if that's okay. That's okay with you, because I'm here. And if you want to participate, yeah. Okay, so today I want you to get out a notebook, or you can do it on your phone, but there's something that happens when you actually write it out. It kind of makes a big deal, for your subconscious mind when you write it. So I want you to get a notebook. Or what I do is I have index cards, well, obviously, and I have bigger ones. I like the big index cards. And write out possible goals. Let's write out some possible ones. There might be some you say, well, I know what my goal is. But if you start writing out possible ones, you might say, I never thought of that. Yeah, it comes to your mind. You think, I think I might want to work on that one, right? Okay, so coffee. How's your coffee? Yeah, I'm going to go in and work out in just a few minutes. I love you guys. Okay, so I have neck gaiters. I like them. I don't have these fancy ones, but I do have one underneath there. Yeah, because they keep me warm. And then I thought I'd put this over it. One of you suggested I do that. I liked it. And I do have sunglasses on minivanlee.com. Okay, and I've got a few left. And what else do I have? If you want to give me a gift, it's there, all different amounts. Everything is safe. And I get 100% of everything from minivanlee.com. I do have the book, How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Lee Way, and that's on Amazon. Yeah, just type in Minivan Lee. And please subscribe. I do like that. And watch. Thanks for watching it all the way through. That really does help me. It really supports me. I love you guys. Okay, till tomorrow. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Oh my gosh. And we're going to continue this conversation. Let's get something done, okay? And, a lot of these things you already know, but let's bring them up to the surface. They're down there subconsciously. Let's bring them up. And let's look at them. Let's bring them up and look at them. And what are you all about? Let's look at this. Bye, everybody. Mwah.